Tokyo, Reuters. The dollar rose to a six-day high against the yen on Wednesday as crude oil prices rallied and pushed Treasury yields higher after U.S. President Donald Trump pulled out from an international nuclear deal with Iran. An employee of a bank counts U.S. dollar notes at a branch in Hanoi, Vietnam, May 16, 2016. Reuters. Greenback also gained on the euro as concerns about Italian political turmoil hurt the common currency. The dollar was 0.3% higher at 109 yen and 480 sen JPY equals after touching 109.640, its highest since May 3. The dollar index against a basket of major currencies, DXY, was marginally higher at 93.206. The U.S. currency was lifted as long-term Treasury yields climbed to two-week peaks with crude oil prices surging more than 2% to their highest since November 2014. The dollar is firmer overall, particularly against the yen, stirred once again in the aftermath of President Trump's decisions with U.S. yields rising in oil on the move, said Bart Wakabayashi, Tokyo branch manager of State Street. Opinion seems divided among market players on how far higher U.S. yields can go, so the dollar could be in for turbulence going forward. The 10-year Treasury note yield US 10YT equals RR was about 2 basis points higher at 2.989%. A rise above 3.035% scaled on April 25 would take it to its highest since early 2014. Trump on Tuesday pulled the United States out of an international nuclear deal with Iran, raising the risk of conflict in the Middle East, upsetting European allies and casting uncertainty over global oil supplies. The euro lost 0.05% to €1.1857 equals after sliding as low as $1.1838 overnight, its weakest since Dec. 22. The common currency, already under pressure from weak economic indicators and widening U.S. Eurozone interest rate differentials, was also hit by political developments in Italy. Italian President Sergio Mattarella's call to bickering political parties to rally behind neutral government was met with immediate opposition and raised the prospect of elections as early as July. The dollar is in a firm position to gain against its European peers as rhetoric from central banks such as the ECB and the Bank of England is perceived to have turned dovish, said Shin Kidota, senior strategist at Barclays in Tokyo. The euro was 0.25% higher at 129 yen and 830 sen EUR JPY equals after plumbing a six-week low of 129.240 on Tuesday. It was on track to end a seven-day losing run. Sterling traded at $1.3533 British pounds equals D3 following a decline to a four-month low of $1.3485 overnight. The pound has fallen heavily in recent weeks on expectations the BOE would not, as earlier believed, tighten monetary policy because of a relatively weak economy and as investors piled into a rallying dollar. The Australian dollar extended its overnight slide to touch an 11-month low of $0.7424 Australian dollars equals D4. Pressured by the dollar's broad strength, the Aussie has slid despite an upbeat budget from the country's government. The New Zealand dollar was little changed at $0.6968 New Zealand dollars equals D4. The Reserve Bank of New Zealand is widely expected to stand pat on monetary policy when it meets on Thursday, but the event was still approached with anticipation as it will be the first under new Governor Adrian Orr. Reporting by Shinichi Saushiro, editing by Joseph Radford, Sri Navratnam.